every person who has psychic or intuitive ability, and we all have intuition, it's just a matter of have you developed it or not. But every person who develops it further to use it in your career and for helping others, you have to learn what are the ways that you set up boundaries. Now, I think sometimes people assume when they're around me, I've met strangers who they get very nervous and get away from me as soon as possible because they think I'm just going to start reading all their energy, finding out all their dark secrets, and tuning into all the stuff that they don't want me to know. And the fact of the matter is, my gifts aren't set up in that way, and I don't want to be bombarded by random information from people I just met. So I'm not open to it, and to me it's intrusive. I would no more meet you and pick up your backpack and start going through your backpack or your bag or your purse than I would start reading your energy as soon as I meet you. Now, sometimes things do come to me when I meet someone super strongly, but that is very infrequent. And I'm sharing this with you because one of the things I think, if you don't work with intuition and or psychic gifts a lot, that becomes an area. If you don't work with intuition and psychic gifts, or don't do it a lot, what you don't realize is, even though this is a gift and to some degree can happen naturally, there's also work involved. So for me, because I have up very strong boundaries so that I can live what I want to call my normal day-to-day life of not having spirits talking to me everywhere I go and just being able to do the things I want to do that are my personal desire, expression, free will. When I am ready to tune in, I need a quiet space. I mean, I don't need, but it's preferable. There's the time to tune in, the time to receive, the presence that I bring to it, the way I let my consciousness tune in, that when I'm going about my day, it's a different consciousness that I'm using to put in my contacts, to drive my car. Therefore, it's not something that, while you can turn it on and off, it's also something that I think people assume it can be as easy as breathing. And that may be true. And then there's things like breath work. It's like, even if breathing is easy, there's certain types of breathing that are easier than others, certain types of breathing that have different effects. And similar to how other professionals train for months, years, however long, for their unique skill set, artists are the same way. An artist will learn for so long how to do their art. Even though they may be able to design a drawing quickly, this skill set involved in that was very extensive. This is a similar thing for many people, especially gifted psychics and intuitives who are in business like myself. There are all the other skill sets that go along with this that may have taken years or months to develop. And so even though someone can do a reading quickly or receive information quickly, and different people receive it more quickly than others, that skill set of working with the client, being in business, all of everything else around that, the boundaries to have a quote unquote normal life while being somebody who's tuned into information that is not immediately visible or seen by most people, that takes time, that takes energy. And these are some of the things that are kind of like the backstory in this profession. And I'm telling it to you because I believe I come across people who, one, like I said, they're either scared that a psychic's going to get all into their business just when they meet them. In my experience, if it's an ethical person, that's not true. They're not going to do that. And then two is the assumption that if it comes easy for them, that, oh, they should just do it for any random person. People will ask me in a store all the time, if I'm talking to a store owner or person working in a store, oh, can you tell me about such and such? And I'm like, you know, depending on who the person is and what our rapport is already, it's like you should probably just book a session. Like I'm not getting anything for you right now because I came in this store to shop. I didn't come into this store to give you a psychic reading. So that is something that I think people aren't always aware of. And it may be that if you're that excited when you meet a psychic or intuitive like myself, book the session, or I do a free monthly call. Come to the free monthly call. Get your curiosity satisfied or see the results, get the clarity and the answers and the guidance that you want. And don't expect that if you run into me in the store that I'm going to give you information, because if I'm a dog walker, I'm not going to walk your dog if I randomly run into you somewhere. If I'm a dentist, I'm not going to start cleaning your teeth when I run into you at the library. You know, there's a time and a place for things, and it's important to respect that.